Induction necessary for enhancement. The tertiary axis is composed of qualifying coincidental domains, the facets of which are manifest of the action of societal development and adaptation. Simple and defined, the composition of these domains is static and staid, coordinated by application as a relative resonance of social change and social chance and change. These facets are then applied as determining factors in the accessibility and utilization of the original applicable standards, altering through temporal expenditure the mechanisms of adaptation and contribute to the planning and distribution of resources through relative development. Training, formal, employ, informal, exposure, aptitude, maturation, historical, experience, skill set, lifestyle, occupation, necessity, survival, advance, evolve. As the third axis, enhancement domains create the basis for determination of placement and choice, causing in a pattern of manifestation a correlative ordinance of qualification as well as coincidental similarity. Training in the form of in the triad of formal, employ, and informal, forms the first domain, the future of which is the application of standard conduct as certification. Through experience, a domain composed of skill set, lifestyle, and occupation is formed, each developed as a result of attributive factors. Aptitude, maturation, and historical exposure form the next domain, whereas familiarity with conditions, environment, etc. produces a system of adaptive usage. Finally, necessity for survival, advance, and to evolve comprises the last domain, making up the completion of qualifying and or coincidental domain facets. Formulation of intention and the further synthesis of motivated rationale come as a result of these facets and the related systems. Betterment of opportunity. Finally, the fourth axis, known as planning and distribution, contains domain facets related to disbursement and assignment of responsibilities and applicable utilization relevant to societal productivity. The efficient usage of these facets produces a series of successes, whether momentary or permanent, and are congruent to goal setting and the arrangement of accessibility. There is an active variance that exists in these domains, whereby society type and presence of resources determine the actual possession of management properties. This axis contains allocation of workforce, equipment, and property, a continuum of past, present, and future, development, expansion, improvement, community, and alterations, changes, statuses, challenges. Quaternary domain facets all involve predetermination as to their effect on a given applicable standard, mechanism of adaptation, and qualifying coincidental factor function in the production of efficiency central to their interconnection. Allocation of workforce, equipment, and property comprises the first domain of the axis, the likes of which structures and is structured by society, expansion of application, improvement of utilization, and the coordination of community are the facets involved in the development domain, correlating to the type of social action being produced. Through a continuum of cause and effect, past, present, and future change provide a historical record and timeline of subsequent and successive developments of a given society. Lastly, alterations in the form of changes, statuses, position, and purpose, and challenges to a given developed domain facet or function create the completion of the axis as represented by domains comprised of facets.